My name is Elam Holly, and I am the CEO of First Partners Bank, member FDIC. While some might think it's unusual for a bank to step outside the box and provide resources for business owners, we believe that being a great bank is just the beginning. We want to be your banking partner in life and in business, for now and the journey ahead. Because your story is our story. Our success is tied to yours. We call it partnership banking, and it's the core of our mission. In fact, at First Partners Bank, we have developed an entire program of resources designed to help small business owners grow and succeed. They include the Tools for Success blog, the Small Business Workshop series, Tools for Success magazine, and of course, the Tools for Success radio program. Each of our Tools for Success initiatives are free and available to every business owner in the community, whether or not they're a customer of First Partners Bank. We've even set up a special website just for Tools for Success at yousucceed-wesucceed.com, where you can learn more about all the resources available for business owners. While you're there, you can subscribe to the blog, check the schedule for our next workshop learning event, browse through the virtual copy of the latest issue of the magazine, or listen to a podcast of the radio program. We are bankers, but first and foremost, we are partners. Partners with our customers, partners with our community. Our philosophy, our mission, our purpose is simple. When you succeed, we succeed. Call us today at 205-822-5500 and let us show you what partnership banking is all about.
Welcome back into the show, Superstation 101. A little break from the Obamacare monotony tonight with our regular weekly featured segment on business, as my uncles used to say. Our business segment brought to you by our good friends at First Partners Bank. They're trying to do business education out in the community with magazines and workshops and, of course, this radio segment. And Bethany's here with us, who always helps us find good interesting guest. Hey, Bethany, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
And tonight, we're going to talk to Joe Perez here for a few minutes. And Joe is doing something I think a lot of us sit back and dream. A lot of folks want to have their own business. Check. AJ and I talk about that sometimes.
Yep.
AJ's an entrepreneur in his heart. But then the next question is, they always tell you, do what you love. Find something you love doing, right? Well, Joe's doing it. Joe's got a business called, make sure I got it right, Wild Birds Unlimited.
Exactly, that's right.
Joe, come up onto that microphone just a little bit and talk right in there, kind of like I'm doing.
Okay.
Wild Birds Unlimited, what do you do there?
Well, we sell bird feeders, bird bass, bird seed. It's a retail specialty shop located in Hoover, about half a mile south of I-65 interchange. I heard you guys advertising for Hoover Tactical Firearms a little while ago, so we're right across the street from those guys.
Those are our partners. We love those guys.
Yeah.
So you just write, so I can pop over and see you too, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
Now, here's what I love about your story, Joe. You were retired and got tired of being bored and wanted to do something that you love doing.
Yeah. Well, I had two careers. I worked for Bell South for many years. And then I worked for Matrix Resources, which is an IT staffing company, and I was in the IT staffing field for them. And I retired, but I didn't have any hobbies, Leland. So I was a little bit bored, and I was a bird feeding hobbyist myself, backyard bird feeding. I was a customer of Wild Birds Unlimited, and I approached those guys when I realized that could be an opportunity there. And so 4 years ago, I bought the store.
So you went in there as a hobbyist, kind of just it was something you were interested in,
right? Do
you love doing? I know you had good careers in the past, but do you love doing this even more than?
I tell you what's really a lot of fun about it. I have a fantastic staff.
Yeah.
Everybody on my staff, they're all part-time workers, but they're true birders. They know all about birds and what the birds eat and just everything about the environment. And I have just a tremendous following of loyal customers. And it's so much fun to be in the store and just interface with the customers and work with my employees. It's just really rewarding.
It's a community, isn't it? I mean, it's an interest, hobby, and a real community of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we take part in community events as well. We go out and give programs to some of the social organizations. And
like what? What do you do?
Well, actually, I gave a report several weeks ago to Rotary Club and we'll go to garden clubs and give, reports of that kind of thing, and just do programs and talk about our products and talk about the birds. And we bring in people into our store. Alabama Wildlife has been there. They're located in Pelham and Oak Mountain.
Yeah.
They brought some of their raptors in there before, and they come in there and just give programs. And we certainly invite our customers come in, and they always love coming to those shows. And we've had a guy who's a hummingbird expert, Bob Sargent.
Oh, my
who
wife
lives in
loves hummingbirds.
Clay Chalkville knows
she'll
everything
stop
about hummingbirds.
everything. If she sees a hummingbird out the window, she
Oh,
puts the
yeah.
little feeders out. She goes crazy.
Absolutely. And it's great fun. He is very knowledgeable, and people love to come there and see him and talk to him about hummingbirds. And he'll come out there. And this time of year, most people realize that hummingbirds are not too prevalent right now, but there's always a rufous hummingbird, they call it, that'll stick around. So there'll be very few of them around.
Through the winter?
Yeah. And so if you find one in your yard, and Bob indicates that you should keep out at least one feeder throughout the year. If you find one in your yard, give Bob a call. He'll come out there and sit there for several hours, and he'll catch a hummingbird and band it. He's band it, B-A-N-D-I-T.
What does that mean, band it?
Band the bird, put a band around its leg.
What does that do?
Well, it identifies the bird and
just
where
a
it was found.
marker.
Huh?
Like a little marker.
Yeah, a little marker, yeah.
So,
And if it's ever found again, you can look back and determine where it was found. And
sort of like a tracker.
yeah, exactly.
It's outstanding.
Exactly.
So how in the world do you make a living out of something like wild birds? I mean, I'm fascinated with that.
Well, we have quality products, quality seed. So, you can go to these big box stores and buy the same,
Oh, yeah.
or not, you can't buy the same seed, you can buy a similar seed, but our seed is much better, and our customers realize that. And our seed is a little bit more expensive because it's a quality seed. And we have quality products too, and the thing about our products is we guarantee our products, our bird feeders and all different types of bird feeders, tube feeders, hopper feeders, these kind of things. We guarantee them. We're a franchise. There's over 300 stores around the country and in Canada. So we have a network of vendors so we can get a lot of very nice products and provide quality products for our customers. So, but like I say, the cost is a little bit more than what you can buy at Walmart or something like that, but it's good quality too.
I guess it has to be tailored for where we live, right? Do birds eat different stuff in different parts of the country?
The feed that is here is tailored to meet the needs of the birds we have in the southeast area.
Yeah. Do folks put out, I'm totally ignorant of all this stuff. Do folks put out certain types of feed to attract certain types of birds? I would guess if they like certain types of birds coming in the yard.
Absolutely. We have a various blends of seed that we do attract various birds with.
Yeah.
And a lot of our blends attract all varieties of the backyard birds. But for instance, in the summertime, we have a lot of bluebirds around, and bluebirds love mealworms. Of course, we have mealworms, and they love sunflower chips and things like that. And we have a feed for cardinals, and we also have what we call anti-squirrel feed too. It's
That's what I'm interested in. Let's
Yeah.
hear about that.
well,
Those little
we
tree
have
rats.
feeders too. We have the best squirrel-proof feeder on the market.
That'll
It's called
bounce
an
them off or
eliminator.
something, yeah.
No, we don't try to hurt them.
I
We
want
don't
one
do
that'll
that.
slingshot them over to my neighbor's yard because they get in my house.
Now you got to go to Hoover Tactical Firearms.
That's exactly right. That's generally how I handle it. But you
No.
got one that'll repel them or keep them off?
Yeah, what it does, it closes down the eating porch when the large animals like a squirrel gets on there. That deters them.
So he stands on the bar and it just presses it down.
Exactly. And
They give up.
that's one of the ones we guarantee forever. It's amazing the damage a squirrel
Oh my gosh.
or raccoon can do to some of those feeders. Well, if you have a damaged feeder, just bring it in. We're going to fix it and we'll repair it or replace it, whatever we need to do.
You can repair it. Are the feeders kind of wooden and plastic, kind of a mix?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a variety, but we don't carry the cheap feeders like you find at some of these big box stores. We carry just quality feeders.
So to make this thing work, I guess you had to do a little research and find that maybe there was a market here in town. There were enough customers that
The
this was a
store
niche.
has existed for over 20 years. The store
Okay.
I bought, it was already here. It's
So
been
you
in
had some
Hoover.
confidence.
Absolutely. I mean, I was already a customer.
Yeah.
I was already in their daily savings club plan, which is a plan that we offer to our customers, and so I was a good customer of the store already. My wife and I did some, backyard bird feeding of our own. So yeah, I did a little research, and then I did a little research before I went up and talked to them up in Indiana, is where the home office is, and we do our due diligence on my side and their side too. So we knew about the demographics, and it was a good fit.
So you had to sit back and go, okay, there's enough people that are interested in this. I can pay the rent. I can pay my staff. I can make it work, make a little money off of it, and it's worth my time.
Absolutely.
So
That's exactly what's happened. I'm not going to get rich, but
But you're enjoying your time and you're doing
Absolutely.
something and I think that just a lot of folks are probably riding down the road and they're kind of envious. You think in your mind all the time, man, if I could start a business of something I really love, something I really am into, the question is, can you make a living at it,
Right.
and do what you love? And
Right.
that's cool that you were able to put the two together.
Absolutely.
What have you learned since you got in there? Any surprises?
Yeah, a lot of surprises actually, because I was never in the retail environment before, and I've learned a lot about. I knew a lot about people already because I've dealt with people forever in my other two careers. But it's interesting to deal with people in a retail environment. So I've learned a lot about people in general.
Like what?
And demands of the people. And well, actually, if you just provide a service to people and a good product, they're happy, and they don't mind paying premium price for the service and product you provide. And it'll continue. They'll become loyal customers, and that's exactly what's made this business profitable.
You get a sense. I get a sense sometimes now, and this economy's helped a little, but customer service was going out the window in a lot of places, especially big box stores.
Right.
And the pleasant experience of going to a place where you know the owner and you can hang out and kind of trade stories in a place like yours has a greater appeal in society right now for some people.
Well, that's true. When I bought the store before, the owner was an absentee owner, and he and his wife had bought it years ago, and she became ill, and he had another career.
Yeah.
So the owner wasn't there. So the dynamics that I provide by being the owner present and being able to make the decisions on the fly for whatever we need to do has made a big impact on that business individually. So and the customer service is my focus. And my customers realize that, and my employees realize that too.
So you're able to hire good people, and that's another challenge nowadays.
Absolutely, and our turnover is very, very low.
Really?
Absolutely, we have very good employees. They enjoy the job, and I treat them well, so we're all happy.
Look, I know it's something that, in fact, they're blowing up my text right now. I got one of our buddies that works here at the station saying this is one of the best Christmas present stores everywhere. She goes, I find unique gifts there all the time. So you got one of your customers sitting right here.
Bring her in. I'll give her a discount.
All right. She heard you. I think she just heard you. And then my wife just texted me, tell me the name again. I'm interested. I told you she's a wild bird.
Unlimited. What's her name?
Her name is Babs.
Babs, it's Wild Birds Unlimited.
I got a feeling you just got in my wallet. Because we have a lot of woods, and she's just a real outdoorsy person, and she loves sitting there having her coffee and watching them come say good morning. And we do have but I give her a hard time because she was putting out some kind of feed at one point. Now, does this happen? And all of a sudden we started getting dead cardinals. Our dog was finding cardinals because I think she was putting either the wrong thing. I blamed it on her. It's probably not her fault. I'm probably going to get in trouble over that. But she wasn't doing something right. She wanted to go to an expert. We didn't know who to talk to.
Babs, first thing you have to do is put out fresh seed. And we have fresh seed. Every week we get seed, delivered to our store from our supplier in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And a lot of places you go, and I'm not, like Walmart. They sell good underwear, but they don't necessarily have good bird seed.
I was just in there getting underwear today. It's funny you mentioned that. You think I'm kidding?
Home Depot, they have good screwdrivers. They might have, and I probably shouldn't call the names of these, but
no, but I understand what
we're
you're
a specialty shop, and we have the quality products to provide to our customers.
How long? And then can you get by doing this? You have to work through the weekends a lot.
We're open. Yeah, we're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
We're 1 to 5 on Sunday.
What's your biggest day? When do people?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. Saturday is typically our biggest day.
What's your demographic?
Followed closely by Sunday.
Who's your demo? Who are people that are interested in this stuff?
Babs. That's the kind of people we're looking for.
Women?
Like your wife, yeah.
Right.
And it's typically people in the 40-year-old range. 30 to 50 actually is in the women.
Okay.
So, and demographics, the household income and the household. We're out in an area where it's pretty affluent, and we attract people from that area.
Is that part of what you kind of had to study and figure out when you do?
That's where you locate. Yeah, that's why you locate. Yeah.
But that location was already there, so that kind of already been established.
Right.
You ever think about spreading around town, or are you pretty good where you are?
Absolutely. I've thought very seriously about moving out to the Chelsea area, out in Greystone area. There's a lot of people out there who are our customers now. But
Sure.
I'm getting kind of old, and I'm happy with one store. And
you were already retired and taking it easy.
Exactly. And I had plans to move out there, and I've been talking to a realtor about doing that. A couple of years ago, I thought, one QuickBooks is good, and not having to travel between stores. So I'm happy.
So we have a lot of business listeners that listen to this station. There's probably somebody just like you, maybe already hit retirement or semi-retirement. Would you advise if you're bored, go back and do this kind of thing?
Oh yeah,
Find
absolutely.
something you love.
Absolutely.
Don't get bored.
What I did when I retired the second time, I looked for something to do, and my financial advisor and I got together, and we've looked for something to invest in. And there are many opportunities out there to invest in things that are food related. And I didn't want to open something at 6 o'clock in the morning, close at 10 o'clock at night. I didn't want the kind of headache. But there are many opportunities out there to open these kind of businesses. Just do your research and talk to franchise people, and I've been very successful in this business, and I'm excited to be in it. And then, it's been a lot of fun.
I'm fascinated. What's the most popular bird? What everybody wanting to attract to their yard?
Well, depending upon what'd you say, Thunderbird?
Hummingbird.
He
said
Thunderbird too. Thunderbird, mad dog.
No Thunderbird wine.
No, sorry, that's a whole different deal.
That's the wrong type of bird that you want.
That's a different demographic right there.
Yeah. Hummingbirds, absolutely. They love hummingbirds in summertime. Also in summertime, bluebirds.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of people love to attract the cardinals, and many cardinals around here.
And so these seminars and demonstrations and teaching people what to do, that's kind of a weekend thing. Do that on Saturdays?
No. We
do them during the week?
When they come into our store, it's typically Saturday. But if we're going to go to, like Babs, if she's in a garden club or something like that, she wants me to come make a presentation to her garden club, we'll do that at night or whenever they meet, if they have a luncheon.
So you go off site and you go meet people and take stuff and show them stuff. And all. That's outstanding. Yeah. And you still got plenty of time to do that.
Oh, yeah. And I have a staff, too, and some of them enjoy doing that. Others don't, but I'll send out whoever wants to go do it.
I'm gonna throw our phone number out. We got a lot of people hit me on text and the phone. I know we got about 10 minutes left here. If y'all got a question for Joe, he'll answer your bird questions. Because I'll answer your bird questions, and AJ will, but you don't want to hear from us. We have no idea what.
Well, actually, I did get a call from someone who wanted to figure out how does the guy sit in the yard for so long and catch the hummingbird. How is that possible? Because the hummingbird moves so fast.
He puts a net over the feeder. And when the hummingbird comes in there, he drops a net over the bird.
So he just waits on him
like
to kind of
a Tweety bird kind of thing. You've seen that on cartoons, AJ.
And it doesn't hurt him? He just
not
catches
at all.
him in the little net?
Absolutely, yeah.
I got a good hummingbird story.
All right.
I had one get caught in my screened-in porch one time, and I was trying to shoo it out the door, and it was flying around, and it flew at the screen, and its nose got stuck, went right in the hole of the screen, and got stuck in there. So it was doing like this, trying to back up. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to go up and, grab its tail feathers and give it a little yank backwards. Well, it was stuck. So I got up there, and just as I reached up, it managed to get itself loose, thunked me in the forehead, and threw out the door.
You got juked by a hummingbird. I'd be. Why is it people freak out about birds? I've seen them get in the house and people just lose their minds.
Everybody
just get in the house.
Well, everybody's seen the birds, the Alfred Hitchcock story.
I still think about it.
Yeah.
Do y'all show that in the store?
No, not at all. No. We get calls all the time when people want to buy birds, but we don't. We don't sell birds.
Can you keep nuisance birds away? Is that something like I hate catbirds? I've hated them since I was a kid. They just chase off other birds and they're bad. Can you keep nuisance birds away? Or is it you just got to live with them?
Not typically. And we have crows and grackles.
I hate crows. Yeah.
Squirrels. They're all going to be around.
They're
all God's creatures, Leland.
I know, but I can still hate on them. Crows just are creepy, man. They'll start, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
You got to your mailbox, and it's like an Edgar Allan Poe movie outside my house.
The raven.
Yeah.
But they like quality bird food also, Leland.
So they'll come get it?
Absolutely.
So does the feeders you have, does it keep larger birds out as well?
Some do, yeah.
They're heavy.
We do, yeah. Some of our larger feeders have a place where those large birds like crows can perch.
Yeah.
But many of our feeders are like tube feeders, and they have this small little perches, and the large birds like crows and grackles and those cannot perch on them.
So now we've got eagles and hawks and big, large, predators and raptors up because I'm closer to a mountain ridge, and we'll see them on thermals floating around, and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Are people? Are there any accoutrements or anything at your shop that will help people with that, or
no? They're natural predators, and I see them in our neighborhood. We don't live near the woods or whatnot. We live in the center of Vestavia Hills, but we see them all the time. So they're always getting the birds and the chipmunks and the squirrels and whatnot. So they're thriving, and they're beautiful birds.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Just to see
them.
Don't
see any eagles around, Leland, but we see a lot of red-tailed hawks and red-shouldered hawks.
Yeah, I saw one of the biggest. I think this thing had to have a red tail. He must have had a 7-foot wingspan. Up on Oak Mountain the other day.
Yeah,
actually, it was colder, so it was probably last.
Could have been a
March,
condor, up on Oak Mountain.
Could have been a pterodactyl. I don't know, that thing was huge. He scared me a little bit.
Could have been a thunderbird.
Yeah.
Just saying.
After a thunderbird.
Got some change.
You got some thunderbird. Baby, that's the cheap stuff. We digress. Now, look, before I get too caught up, Bethany, tell me, now, look, First Partners brings us our business interviews on Thursday, and they're just such good folks, and they do these seminars, too, to help businesses not only hear from their peers and hear from other people and inspire them to get in business, but you do these seminars where you train people on really tactics and tools and so forth.
Right, and we have one coming up in January 28th, 11:30 at the Homewood Public Library, and this one's going to be about building a marketing plan. It's something that a lot of business owners don't really take the time to do either because they don't know how or they're overwhelmed by the process. So we're just going to break it down real simple, step by step, and kind of walk the business owners through that process so they can get a better idea what their goals and objectives should be and where they're going and have a plan to get them there.
Good stuff. Now let's give all the deets, where, when, how, all that stuff.
Okay, Homewood Public Library, January 28th. That's a Tuesday. It is a lunch, and we do provide lunch. It's at 11:30 to 1. And to reserve your spot, you can call Leslie West at 205-332-6620.
All right, 205-332-6620. And we have all that information. I'll see if we can get it on our side as well. But and how late can you book? And it's in January, so I guess you got some time to prepare for it.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much, as long as we have space, you can book up until the day of the event. You can brown bag it if you come last minute and don't have time to reserve so that we have enough lunches. But one place that you can track that is at First Partners Bank has set up a website specifically for Tools for Success.
Perfect.
It's yousucceed-wesucceed.com. And there you can actually listen to podcasts of this show. And there's a digital copy of the magazine that they publish. And then there's also the workshop information is on that side as well.
And you guys have been filling it up. The one I knew about that you did the first time, and then we had one in Leeds the last time. You guys had a full house. It's just good to give away free stuff and just network like that.
Well, like you saw at the Dave Ramsey event yesterday, with all of that, I mean, that was a lot of business owners in the BJCC concert hall. And so I think there's a hunger for business owners to really learn. This has not been the easiest marketplace over the last 4 or 5 years. And the ones that are still here are the smart ones who are figuring out what's changing, and they're changing their business model to go with it and be successful. So that's how First Partners Bank is coming alongside them.
And that leads me to a question from Joe, and we've talked to a lot of our business owners about this. The downturn in the economy obviously teaches people lessons. Have you been able to, this seems like it'd be kind of a luxury thing for folks to have this kind of hobby, but how do you deal with that?
Well, once again, we're talking about the products and the services that we provide and the clientele that we have. So disposable income is what it's all about, and a lot of people put the priority on this, feeding their birds and their habitat. So
I think Joe's biggest success here is that he's really built relationships with his customer base, and he reaches out to them regularly through email and mailings, postcard mailings. So he's constantly touching them and staying connected to them, and that's key, I think, to his success. To
maintain the contact, you probably know these people first name basis when they walk in the store a lot of times. And that's just something, I grew up in a small town where that was just a given, and we take it for granted, but now it's special when you can go into a place and have that kind of treatment.
And many of my employees know all of our customers too by name, and they call them by name. And that's something that we strive to do is to keep that customer service and a personal service.
Some of the other businesses that we've interviewed in this segment before on Thursday night, and Bethany will tell you, we see a similar pattern. You find a market, you do your homework, and you just give good service, and you make sure your location is good. It's some blocking and tackling basics for business.
Absolutely.
And look, and it's been a whole lot easier to talk about birds than the bra fitting lady the other night, even though we had a good time with her. Joe, it was good to see you tonight. I had no idea. Yeah, we had bridesmaids one night. That was one of our first ones. But we got through it, didn't we, AJ?
Yes, we did.
Birds are just absolutely fascinating. And so do we also do, I know the wild birds and the feeders, are you into any of your services for the birders, the watchers, and the trail people and all that stuff?
Well, we don't do bird watching per se. We send people to the Audubon Society, and that they do those kind of things, bird walks.
Right.
So we're not into those as far as providing the walks themselves. But we're aware of them, and we work with Suzanne Langley, who's the Birmingham Audubon Society director here. So we work closely with them. We work closely with Alabama Wildlife.
Because I guess one part of that would be more active and then be doing the walks or doing the bird trails that we do have in the state. The other's a little more passive. You just bring the birds to you.
Right.
Put the food out and watch them out the window.
Exactly. That's what we're into. We're into the more passive approach.
Somebody told me years ago when I was working with the tourism department for the state that birding in general, and including wild bird hobbies and everything that goes on, is as big financially as hunting in the state, and it blew my mind. I'd never heard that.
It's one of the fastest growing hobbies there is, bird feeding and bird watching. Yeah, absolutely.
If you do y'all give advice on things like, every now and then you'll find a nest, you'll find eggs. Is there any, can you put them back after they've fallen out? Do you just leave them alone?
Yeah, absolutely. But, we just try to tell people just, leave them alone. When you see a nest there and eggs, don't fool with them. But, if one falls out, put it back in.
And how about this, birds crashing into your windows? I get that every now and then on one part of my house. Is there something you can do so they know it's a glass? Because I feel bad when a bird knocks himself out in my
we have
window.
decals and decals, how you want to call it, you can affix to your window.
Put a picture of a cat up there?
No, actually, other birds.
Yeah.
So they'll see other birds there on the window.
Other birds will keep them away.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
How about those inflatable owl things? I'm just asking you a million questions here at the end.
Well, we don't have inflatable owls, but we do have owls that you can set out there that will,
Do they work?
Yeah, but you got to move them periodically because birds are pretty smart. They'll realize this owl hadn't moved in 2 days, so put it in another
This
location.
owl is dead.
Am I tripping? Is that owl drinking Thunderbird?
Hey, that's Al Gore. Who? Joe, it's been good meeting you, man.
Thank you, Leland. I
My
enjoyed
wife
being
started
here.
texting me 5 times since you've been talking. Where's your business?
Tell
Tell them
give
one more time
Babs-
where you are.
Babs, I'm at 1580 Montgomery Highway in Birmingham. Telephone number is 823-6500. And I look forward to meeting you when you come out there. And I want you to call me tomorrow and give me your address so that I can send you my latest information
She'll be out there.
We send out all kind of stuff.
We appreciate you, Joe. Back here in a minute.
At First Partners Bank, our passion is for helping your business thrive. As our customers go about the business of building their successes, we're working right alongside them because when they dream, we dream. Part of being successful in business is knowing when opportunity is knocking. When the former owner of South Central Steel began dropping hints that he wanted to retire and sell the company, then employee Andy Schroeder recognized a chance to be his own boss and purchased the company in December 2012. Knowing he was going to need a banking partner to help navigate the purchase, Andy called First Partners Bank. He says, the experience at First Partners Bank was personal. Their team was intimately involved with every step of the process. As a customer of First Partners Bank, you enjoy the privileges of our partnership banking philosophy. What's more, First Partners Bank has the business banking solutions specifically designed to save your business time and money. Discover what it means to have a banking partner, because when you succeed, we succeed. Call us today at 205-822-5500 or visit our website at firstpartnersbank.com. First Partners Bank, member FDIC.